Hello, everyone. Hey, bunnrings. I'll be back. Hello. Hello. Okay, we're here. Hey, bunnrings. I'm Korakira, your ever curious and ever loyal companion, and your personal guide to the retro realm of bunnhop. Welcome, everyone, to part 11 of our Chill Play Dragon Age the Veilguard series. Scott Crosby Art is on YouTube. He says, "Oh my god, I'm early." Congratulations on being the first one to the chat, Scott. First one in the chat, rather, and first one to chat. Thank you for that. And Rose says, "Hey Scott, so great to see you again. I hope you're well. You beat us all to the stream." Yeah, I wasn't even here yet. Now, I was here, I was just trying to post things on social media. And Scott says, "Doing good, thanks. I'll just bask in my earliness." Congratulations! What does Scott win? Does he win a full English breakfast? I want a full English breakfast. But I'm here stuck with my Starbucks hot cocoa and lasagna. I don't know if this is Rose's or mine. This is definitely Rose's because she likes to order vanilla or white chocolate or something. Mine is milk chocolate. I'm not very fond of this theme song, so I think it's a little bit too intense for me. Rose on YouTube says, "I'm glad you're doing well. Yes, please bask in your earliness." He wins a prize! What prize does he win? A house and lot and a car. Isn't that what they usually give in those game shows? Do you get like £1,000,000, a house and lot, or a car? You can choose your prize. An English breakfast would be amazing now, says Rose. Definitely. Oh! Okay, we're having an ad break on Twitch, I guess. Let me go check stuff. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. There we go. Here we are. We're back. And if I'm not mistaken, everything is good, right? How do I even sell these things? I feel like I cannot sell them. Do we have any other... Ooh! Okay, so we're currently using the best one except for this one. This unique axe. But I don't want to use an axe. I want a sword. That's why. That's why we are not exchanging it for the hard way. Oops. Little doggy baby saying hi. She gets so what do you call that? Oh, I've got this new ability called Flashing Fists. She gets so chatty. I think she needs to be moved to the bedroom. I don't know why. It's like, no, don't play your games. Play with me instead. Rose on YouTube says why. Play with me instead. We shall use this alluvian here to travel back to the Crossroads and actually continue with the main quest. We'll travel to Docktown. And I believe it's somewhere here. Oh. Wait, what? Oh yeah, it is in a different place. In the Crossroads. Okay, little doggy baby. Please do rest. Please take a nap. It's still too early. Continue your sleep in the bedroom. Oh no, the ability that I was talking about is actually my ultimate.
End it now.
Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says, my internet has a vendetta against me, so sorry if I drop out sometimes. Doggo heard a leaf drop 3 miles away. I know she's that sensitive, but I'm sorry to hear about your internet. I remember when you dropped by in our during our previous stream, and you were saying that you have an early night. Sorry, an early morning. What am I saying? You have an early morning, so you have to go to sleep early that day. And when you left, our stream got disconnected. Our internet got disconnected. So I'm not really sure what was happening. It seems that what happened, from what Rose told me, is that they underwent maintenance when we were gone, because on Sunday I had to visit my grandma. I visited my grandma for her 85th birthday. So we were gone the entire day because she lives about 2-3 hours away. But on Sundays, because there's not that much traffic congestion, so you can get there within like an hour, 15 minutes. But usually it takes 2 to 3 hours to get to her house. So we were gone the entire day. We celebrated her birthday. My Japanese cousin flew from Tokyo to here. So there's that. We were gone the entire day, and we didn't know that. Oh, I thought the internet was being weird again. Cause Rose stood up and looked at me, and I thought it was like the internet was being weird, but I guess it's okay. But yeah, so oh. Hello, people. Those spirits over there. So we were gone the entire day, and it seems that they did some sort of internet maintenance in the area, and that on Monday we had to, I think it was early morning on Monday, and we weren't feeling well on Monday, so we didn't really check our phones and all of that. So it seems that on Monday they had some sort of maintenance, and then we had to restart the modem or something like that, but we didn't. Because I didn't know. It did say please restart your modem, but then I thought that the internet is working anyway the entire day on Monday and also on Tuesday, so I'm not sure. But it seems that, yeah, restarting the modem fixed the issue.
Spirits are returning. We're saving their home.
Yay! Woohoo! Hello, spirits! Their color scheme and the way they look remind me of that game, Sky. I think it's more commonly known as Children of the Sky.
And Strife said we should monitor the situation in the Crossroads, so of course I volunteered. I mean, what kind of veil jumper would say no? I only wish I'd been able to bring my Fade tuner, get some readings.
Oh, wow.
I
We've got
suppose
some
you're
veil
right.
jumpers here too.
We all need to make sacrifices.
Wait, what did she say? I didn't get that. She was like, she was whispering, but you. Oh, maybe they're both veil jumpers. And then one of them perished. So they're just, you know, hanging out with each other. We've got a champion essence to place here. I'm so happy. Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says, yeah, the stream was a little late. Oh no, sorry to hear that. Internet companies are problematic. Also, happy birthday, Granny Bunnhop. Thank you. Granny Bunnhop. She is 85. I'm so happy. She's lived such a long life. She was a war baby. During wartime, that was when she was 1941 was when she was born. Rose on YouTube says she was quiet until we started streaming. Yeah, it's like, don't play your games, come play with me. What a brat. Bratty little girl. But yeah, look at all these happy spirits. I've read that. I want to see. Oh, one of them. There's always one by the gates, so I guess they are standing guard for more Venatori, Darkspawn, and Antam. We've got a little cat over there with is that a human? Is that an elf? I think they're all elves, right? I'm so happy. Someone set up shop here too. Wow. We've got a little wisp here with their little shop. Little shop of horrors. I'm just kidding. The Veil Jumper's puzzle. Memento, a puzzle that seems solved, but the Veil Jumper trains to find the broken paths that seem at first complete. That is where the gateways are, where the monsters hide. Oh. Appearances, okay. You can buy so many things from this wisp. Rose with the one wave emote on Twitch, thank you for that. And on YouTube she says, oh thanks Scott, yeah, internet these days. Scott responds that we need to change ours. It's been years of crappiness. Oh no. I really hope you find a good internet company. I don't know what's been happening because this only started, all these weirdness only started, I think, 2 months ago, a month and a half ago or something like that.
Never mind. What do you have?
A spirit merchant. Let's go ahead and meet her. Oh, she doesn't say anything. The privy's that way. The privy's that way. Mining's a dangerous job. Lightless tunnels, frequent cave ends, knowing where to go when you need to go. Knowing where to go when you need to go is priceless. Thankfully, these men will show the way. Why not? I always need to know where the privy is. You know, whenever we go to an event or any place, really, I have to know where the restrooms are. If ever I need to make a quick escape. Some of them are very... I don't know why some of them are... skeleton-y. Very much skeleton-y. I wonder what they are. Maybe they are ancient spirits? Hanging out with newer spirits? Okay, let's go place this champion essence first. There we go. The way has unlocked itself for us. Get a deep sorrows. Rose says, oh no, Scott, I hope you get to change your provider. I'm gonna manifest. I shall manifest. I wish Scott the best internet service provider in the entire United Kingdom. I hope that he gets the best deals and the fastest internet connection. That is my blessing to you, Scott Crosby. He says, I live with my grandma. She's 83 this year, but still sharp as a tack. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy. I love my grandma.
Too many undead for my taste.
So much. Mi abuelita. She's the cutest ever. Do I use this or this one? Bianca's bolt. This is for Varric. Why are we giving it to Harding? +1 revival charges. This distinctive bolt could only be fired by Varric's beloved crossbow Bianca. A rare reminder of years spent adventuring together. Okay, sure, I guess. Why not? Harding and Varric have bonded all these years anyway in their travels. They probably think of each other as siblings now.
Ahead.
How can you see me from afar? Rothera Loyalist. Have we met anyone named Rothera? I don't think so.
Hitting us from range. Nice work.
Thank you, Velara. Who is Rothera and who are the Loyalists? They look like skeletons to me. Burning. Burning.
As always.
Neve and her nice work. That's so funny. Last stream we witnessed how much of a fangirl Velara is towards Neve. Is this supposed to be a mini boss fight? Because there are so many of them. Oh, I think this area might be a little bit too high leveled for us. That could be it. But I hope, Scott, that your grandma will stay fit and sharp for many, many decades to come. I love mine so much, my very own grandma. She took care of me and my cousin when we were growing up.
Made it through that one.
Because both sets of parents were too busy. We're too busy with their own stuff. Oh, hey, Scott's grandma, says Rose. I'm glad that she's doing well. I'm very happy to hear people's grandmas and grandpas being fit and sharp in their mature age. Are they selling dead dudes' arms again, says Scott? In a shop, did you see one? Because we have to go back if you saw one. There's only two anyway. I think there are only two merchants. A wisp and a feminine elf. I still don't remember if these are meant to be ancient elves or just regular elves who perish in many different ways. Natural ways. I don't see any dead man's arm, thankfully. Maybe not in this game, or maybe not just yet. We have yet to encounter a dead man's arm for sale. Where is that merchant? The other merchant. Oh, here we go. This looks like a dead man's arm. Oh no. Just taking a sip. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, wow. You're right, Scott. This looks like a dead man's arm, but it's actually a crystal, a veil crystal. You scared me there. Rose on YouTube says, I missed that from Inquisition, Scott. They have the silliest things. I remember we even found a weapon that was a block of cheese or something like that. Where is that entrance that we Oh, it's this one, right? No, it's not this one. It's so easy to get lost. Blessing received, says Scott. Manifestation. Latina grandmas are lethal, says Scott. I've heard stories of the chancla. Of the chancla. Well, thankfully, mine is more Chinese than Latina. I don't know where to go. Where is that thing? I think it was here. No, that's not that. It's not that entrance. But yeah, I have never been hit with the chancla. The chancla. Thankfully. Thankfully. No, that's not the entrance. I think it was this. No. We're just going around and around. Let me just check my map. Oh, it's we've got this one and we've got this one. Okay. We'll go here. Oh yeah, it is this one. No, it's not.
I wonder if the crows offer lessons, or just training, even.
Looking to learn their techniques?
Oh, no, not that. I don't want to be an assassin. Not really. But it's always good to learn new things. Some of them assassin adjacent.
Exactly,
Not scary at
Balara.
all.
I appreciate your thirst for knowledge. Rose on YouTube says, I hope she always stays sharp and is always happy and healthy. That is very important. I cannot find it. I cannot find it. Is it here? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, it is this one. Because it was a very tiny gap. So McStabish is on Twitch. Hello, welcome back. So, what do we have for lunch today? Right now, I'm still just... Oh, hey, Dark Spawn. I'm still having the same stuff. Starbucks lasagna and hot chocolate. Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says, yes, same. My mom and dad worked full-time my whole childhood. My grandparents pretty much brought us up. I'm lucky I have good relationships with them all. I'm very happy for you. And I'm kind of jealous. I also wish I had good relations with my entire family, but I've only got my grandma. My grandma's good to me.
Well, look at that.
And I can tolerate her opinions.
Good work, everyone.
Thank you, Villara. How many Darkspawn are... Oh my, are we gonna have to take down? They're just coming out of all these crevices. There's one over there. There's another one
There's no
over
end
there.
to these undead. Someone's raising them.
We have to face whoever's raising them. That's so sweet, says Rose on YouTube. I agree. Wish my granddad was still around, but life happens, says Scott. I'm sorry to hear that, Scott. I hope that wherever he is he's happy and he's looking out for you. And I'm sure that he is very proud of all your achievements. I think we probably should just move forward because I think there is no end to those Darkspawn. But yes, I'm sorry to hear that. So McStabish on Twitch says, hello, I'm well. Hope you're all well. Thank you. We are doing well. We've got things to look forward to because we're going to our first concert tomorrow. What else? We did a stream 2 days ago, so that was fun. And Soap adds, I'm just having a big bowl of chips, fries for lunch. Yum! I want some. Rose says, sorry to hear that, Scott. That must have been very difficult. And Scott says, sorry to hear that. You have plenty of friends. I'm always a message away. Aw, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yes, we don't really have close ties with family. My grandma is the nicest person out of everyone. Out of everyone, she's the only nice person. Grave marker. Here lies Tass, a slave whose blood opened the path to this place. Oh no. Slain by Venatori, buried by us. She dreamed of freedom. May she find it, those who watch and remember. You got a cemetery here for blood magic victims. Scott says it was 13 years ago now, so I'm okay. Thanks though, things happen. I still feel bad, but I'm glad to hear that you have
There's a nice shot.
that you now feel better and have expressed your grief as well. Ooh, indeed. We're under attack. I'll share some soap on Twitch. Thank you. I can share my plant-based lasagna with you.
Behind the portcullis. That one's raising the others. We need a way through.
Okay. I have the same thing every stream. I don't know why.
We're gonna whisper to follow me. You'll get a taste of your own medicine. Great job, brother.
Thank you.
Can't do this without a wisp.
We need a wisp. Okay, let's go find a wisp. There we go. We've got a wisp over here. Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says, "What concert? Nice. What concert? Ooh, there we go. Is this the person in charge of raising all
There.
these?
Take it out before it raises any more dead.
Dead. General Withera. Okay, so that's General Withera.
That goes well.
Well, they're gone now. The concert we're going to tomorrow is a Father's Day concert with a very popular actor, singer, comedian. I don't really listen to or participate in, in the entertainment in my origin country, just because, I don't know, I've never felt like I could relate. But when I was younger, I used to watch this guy. And yeah, we are going to his concert tomorrow. The Unspoken. He's having a Father's Day concert. He's an amazing singer. He has a very gentle, calming voice. And he's probably going to sing love songs and all of that. The Unspoken, a pantomime theater mass of Dirthaman. In narrative, he is the secret behind what beckons, whose reveal answer questions first denied, then demanded. Very poetic. But yeah, I wish we could go to like rock concerts, like cooler concerts, but I don't mind this as well, because, he's the only guy I know. And then we thought that we've lived in this country for a couple of years now. As I mentioned, I used to live here in my very early childhood, and then from when I was 10, I would go between this country and Japan. And then when I was 19, I officially moved to Japan, and I didn't really visit and all that. And then more recently we moved here. I think about late 2019 we moved here, but we moved back to Japan in 2022. 2022, yeah. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Burning.
Those undead looked elven and ancient.
Ancient elven.
I've seen their armor on old frescoes. They fought for General Lazera, one of Solas' allies.
Oh,
And the gods have raised
I
them to
see
stop
now. So General Rethera was one of Solas's allies, but now they're fighting against us because of the gods. These gods are mean. Let me see. Let me look at the chat. Rose on Twitch says, thanks, Soap. Yeah. Oh yeah, can we get a shout out for Soap too? Thank you. Scott Cross VR on YouTube says, you think you can fart magic? Sorry, I'm projecting my thoughts again. Can I fart magic in this game? Because, you know, that could come in handy because someone could come at you from behind, right? And then if you farted magic, why not? That could help. These darkspawn they do look a bit shorter than us, right? So maybe a little bit of magic farts could help.
That sleeps here, dweller.
Oh, hello, caretaker.
Death and blight have not tempered its rage.
Oh. Thank you for the warning. An ancient magic or ancient creature. Rose says the magic effects in Veilguard. I know, there are just too many magic effects. Everything is magical in this game. Scott says, that's cool. I've been to a lot of concerts. Lots of concerts, thankfully. My favorite was a big festival in northern England, and the Foo Fighters were headlining. Oh, wow, the Foo Fighters. Congratulations. I'm glad that you were able to witness that. Must have been very fun and exciting for you. I wish I could go to rock concerts, too. But Rose said that a lot of rock...
Corruption,
Ooh,
undead.
that's scary.
I'd say we found out who's responsible.
What is that? I don't like that. It's a big... It looks like a big gaping wound. Betrayal of Felassan.
Dinon, we have to destroy it. Take it down.
Oh, Lord. Ermagerd. No, we cannot fire projectiles into the gaping wound. Let's see if there are combos. There we go. Combos with my driving kick. Oops, sorry. There we go.
Nice, Laura.
Yay! Woohoo!
Brooks hit.
Let's do that again, Valara. Oh, she's in cooldown. I'm sorry. How long is her cooldown for? 5 seconds. No, that's for another skill. That is for her healing skill.
I'm ready.
Okay. You're ready. Let's do it. Oh, I'm on... I'm on cooldown too. Okay. There we go.
Got us from a distance.
Can we do it now? 29 seconds for Valara. Woohoo! We've got potions. Oh, wow. Neva's ready, but Valara isn't yet. Thank you for shouting out Soap's channel.
Ready here.
Okay, I'm still on cooldown. Amazing. Oh, not enough rage, I see. Wow, we need to watch out for his spear. There we go. Woohoo! We did it! More combos.
It's drawing power from the fate tear.
That is a fade tear.
That should weaken it.
Oh! Boop, boop, boop. And we've got these other corpses to deal with.
Ready to go.
Wow.
A story unfinished.
Oh yeah, the wound is closing. The fade tear is closing little by little. Death by fart headshot, says Scott Crosby on YouTube. I mean, why not? That sounds anything, right? Anything to keep yourself alive, keep yourself standing. Boss fight. I know I can use my ultimate, but I want to try my best not to. Yay! Woo! It's a real boss fight over here.
Finish it.
Oh, thank you so much for shouting out. Wow. Shouting out Soap's channel on YouTube as well.
I'm ready.
Rose says, wow, Foo Fighters. What is a... Let's, I can't remember any Foo Fighters songs, to be honest. What are some of their most popular hits?
Ready for a follow-up.
Got us to the distance.
Yay! I need to heal. I'm being stabbed here. Scott Crosby R on YouTube says the bosses are really fun in this game. I know! They're definitely more fun than in Inquisition. Yay! A follow-up. I'll do Titan Stomp. So he gets overwhelmed.
A story.
Nice crisp visuals too, says Rose.
Got us a range.
Very magical, very crisp. Like a crispy, crispy chicken. Like crispy chicken. 2 seconds for Bellara.
Get clear.
There we go. That's enough. Combo! Woohoo! What is he even weak to? He is vulnerable to necrosis. We should have brought Lucanus with us. And he's resistant to ice. That's why Nev's icebreaker isn't really working against him. Scott Crosby R on YouTube says, ever long times like these, the pretender learned to fly. DOA. I think maybe learn to fly
Not again.
is something that I
Adam, stop
am
it.
very much familiar
It's
with.
weakening the fate tear. Keep going.
Got us a range.
That should weaken it.
For freedom.
I'm also not familiar with Foo Fighters songs, but I know they were formed by members of Nirvana, right? Says Rose on YouTube. That's interesting. I didn't know that. And Scott Crosby R on YouTube says Dave Grohl formed the band and then he invited Pat Smear to join, also from Nirvana. Ooh, that's interesting.
Got to move.
Thank you for that information. I had no idea. I think we should probably get rid of these other corpses first. I almost died. At least my companions tell me when to move. You know what? I'm gonna use my ultimate. I've got no potions left. We might have to redo this.
Watch yourself.
Oh no. I got no potions. No potions at all. Let's see if we can still defeat him. Probably not.
Finished.
I don't know how long we can dodge him for. If we go over here... Oh, we are leaving the combat area. We're almost there. We're almost there. We just ran out of potions. We just ran out of potions. I don't know. What are we doing? Let me see. Oh, there we go. Thank you for that, Lara. We've got one final... Oh, he's staggered. One final boost. As the Japanese say, Rasto Spado. How did we even make it? Oops. Woohoo! Time slow.
Is back. Turned.
Yay, we did it! I take credit. No. Villara healed me. Woohoo!
They're gone. The Fade Tear and that Revenant. All that's left is its essence.
Yay, we did it! I'm so proud of us, team. I totally forgot about Villara's healing skill. Scott Crosby art. Ooh! Scott Crosby art on YouTube says, I've just remembered it's Father's Day on the 21st and I have no money. Guess Dad's getting thoughts and prayers this time, lol. No! I think that for me, gifting isn't really about something that you buy for them. You can make something for them. You can write them a letter. You can write your dad a letter. You can cook food, make him food, or I don't know, some arts and crafts, I guess. Maybe some people think that I'm naive or whatever, but I actually prefer gifts that are made and not bought because it's so easy to buy things when you've got the funds to do so, but it takes time and effort and skill to make something for someone. Oh no, I hope you will be alright, says Rose. And Scott responds with, I've been playing games and won boss fights and being completely baffled how I did it. I know, same. Because I've got no combat skills and it takes me so long to realize what their moves are because I get overwhelmed in the beginning and then I eventually realize what their moves are, but towards the end of the fight. So during the time when we've already run out of potions and stuff. We finally we actually received a unique amulet from that boss. Plus 30% damage while at low health. That's important. Low health triggers 10% earlier. Your health cannot go above 7. Okay, never mind. I don't need that. I don't need this. Can someone take it away from me? I don't like things that give you a lot of bonuses, lots of advantages and benefits and all of that, but there are also disadvantages, cons basically, to using them, so I don't need it. Surprisingly heavy, weighs you down and picks you up. No, thank you. If only I could sell it. Lucy99 is on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Bunnring. Hello, Lucy99. I hope you're doing well. Lucy99 says Foo Fighters is a JoJo's character. Really? Like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Oh, we got one of the essences that we need to unlock more doors.
The Revenant's essence feels
Here
darker,
at the Crossroads.
more powerful. It must be protecting something big.
Oh.
We should look around for a door it might fit.
Okay. Oh, I see. So this was the door that we couldn't access previously when we just entered the Crossroads. But we've also got another door here that leads to some sort of a castle. But it opens from the other side, so we have to figure out how to get there some other time because I want to do some main quests. We got distracted again. Scott, that's me when I played Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne a decade ago. Lol, says Rose. Fighting bosses and defeating them without even knowing what the heck we did. It's just luck, she adds. I agree. Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says true, but the band was named after Japanese kamikaze pilots from World War II. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know. But also, Rose is a very humble person. She is quite skilled at games, much better than me. But I understand, she was much younger, so I understand that she thinks that it was just pure luck. And she wasn't as skilled because she was just a baby. Hey there, Lucy99, says Rose. And she adds, oh really, Scott? That's interesting.
What did you think of the Khachapuri? The ones that didn't catch fire.
You didn't give me any, Bellara.
Treat, Belle.
What? You gave Neve some food and you didn't... How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? I'm going to undo your poofy hairstyle. She loves her poofy hairstyle. I'm gonna undo it, Bellara. How dare you? I thought I was your rook. Where's my food? Where's the food? WTF, where's the food? I'm gonna do a hard save, just in case. Because that boss fight was scary. To say the least. Rose on YouTube says it was pure luck though. When you don't have the luck, then you ring the bell. Oh yeah, I remember you kept saying ringing the bell in Dark Souls. Scott says I'm horrendous at Souls games, although I do love Sekiro. I don't intend to. I'm sorry to disappoint anyone, but I don't intend to play any Souls and Souls-like games on stream. You're all gonna feel bad for me. Rose says, isn't Sekiro harder than the Souls games? And Scott says, what a terrifying threat. I'm going to undo her poofy hairstyle. Because I'm pretty sure it takes her hours to perfect it. So, I think that's... and that's enough violence to make her rethink her actions. That's enough trauma for her. Neve is required for this quest, I know. Neve learns of a dangerous deal in her home neighborhood while going to meet the mysterious shadow dragons. I want to bond more with Bellara as well, so we'll start the quest. Scott says, yeah, it's brutal, but the setting and story are unbelievable. That's really nice. I would love to watch a playthrough of it. Pretty.
Minrathous, the heart of Tevinter. Somehow the beat of it always pulls me back.
It's just how I left it.
It always is.
Do the Shadow Dragons know we're here?
Neve Gallus! You only turn up when you want news. Or you've got some.
Tarquin!
And it's Rook now, I hear.
Tarquin?
I thought you'd be gone for good.
How are things?
Same old Minrathous. Mages not letting us poor, ungifted wretches forget where we stand. You know the Viper?
Oh, I've heard of the Viper. As a Shadow Dragon, you've worked with Tarquin and the Viper. These names are very familiar to me. I think we've read Codex entries with their letters to us when we were still, or when we just left the Shadow Dragons because we did something that angered the magistrates. I think we freed a couple of, a group rather, of Tevinter slaves. So the Shadow Dragons had to, you know, drop us. Because we did something very, very controversial, I would say. Nice entrance.
I know he likes to make an entrance.
No one watches the rooftops.
Sure, that's what he says. So why the meeting? Is this about your work with Varric?
Something terrible got loose when we disrupted Solas's ritual. A pair of elven gods.
Gods?
They blighted a village in Arlathan, Demeter's Crossing.
There were venatory whispers about that place. Now we know why.
What's been happening in the city?
Underground sacrifices, dangerous relics flooding the black market. The cults gathering power.
They aren't the only ones.
So are the gods. It can't be a coincidence.
The Venatori want one thing. If an ancient power promised them control of Tevinter,
They'd signed the deal in blood. We were tracking a set of red lyrium relics before you got here. Smuggled
Sorry
in
about
recently.
They enhanced blood
chewing
magic
noises.
and can summon demons far too easily. We destroyed one and tore another off a slaver.
We think the third's right here in Docktown.
Okay.
Docktown's my home. If it's got problems and I'm here, I can track this faster than anyone in the city.
All right. Rose on YouTube says, I'm glad it had a nice story. If Scott uploads his playthroughs of Sekiro and stuff, I would very gladly watch them. Because I'm very particular when I watch playthroughs. But I would prefer to watch a playthrough from a friend, or by a friend rather, instead of a stranger's playthrough. Scott Crosby R on YouTube says you should watch a Sekiro playthrough. I recommend you watch Gab Smolder's Let's Play. She's Jacksepticeye's partner. Oh, we've watched a brief playthrough of hers. I think it was like a remake of an old PlayStation 1 or 2 game with the guy from Stranger Things as the voice actor. It's like some detective story set in Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I don't watch playthroughs with commentary. I like no commentary playthroughs. That's why I was saying that if you're gonna upload some, we'll definitely watch it and comment and all of that. I love no commentary playthroughs because I want to react to the game, to what's happening in the game by myself instead of like empathizing with the player, the gamer. But we'll see. We will definitely try. And then Woohoo Dogtown says Rose. She adds, "Thank you for the suggestion, Scott." Yeah, I think we have heard of her in her Let's Play content. But I would agree that her Let's Play is definitely better than her Let's Plays are definitely better than some of the other commentary YouTubers or gamers. Yes, go Scott. We would love to see your playthrough, says Rose. That would be Alone in the Dark, says Scott. Yes, exactly. That's the game. Alone in the Dark. I think it's that, says Rose. She confirms. Let's see. I'll help. I'll help.
Hold on. I'm happy to help.
It's fine. I can catch up with you.
We don't know where the gods are or what they're doing. We're here for help. It's fair I give some in return.
The relics don't play nice with the Veil, and they resonate with each other. We destroyed the lyrium in the last one we found, but it should still track the third.
Give it to me. I'll get it done.
We'll keep eyes on the Venatori. If there's a tie to these elven gods, we'll find it. And welcome home, Rook.
Thank
Try not to get yourself run out of the city again.
Did I really get thrown out of the city? Oh, poor old me. I feel like it's what do you call that? It's relatable. I'm the kind of person who could get thrown out of a city if I really, if I were honest and all of that. But no, I try to be a little bit more classy. I keep things to myself because I know that some of my opinions are very oh no. Would anger a lot of people, especially the older generations where I'm living around this area. Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says, "I do both. I tend only to watch Let's Plays of games I've already played or games I cannot play due to being on a different console." I see. I think that's a great idea. I think doing that is quite helpful. Watching someone's Let's Play with commentary of the games that you've already enjoyed yourself, or the games that you sadly cannot enjoy because they're on a different device or console.
The relic the Viper gave us responds to the missing one.
And it is. It should pick up places where the missing relic disrupted the Veil. Find a trail of those and we'll get somewhere.
Okay.
So, do I know you?
Huh? Are you talking to me, mister? Wait over there. Wait over there, Neve. I need to go around Dogtown first. I need to explore it, okay? I don't want to miss a thing, like the Aerosmith song. Whenever we go to these places, like these live band places like Hard Rock or whatever.
Trail doesn't lead close. We'll visit another day.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll visit it another day. Thank you, Neve. Are we gonna go on a date there later? Or some other day? But yeah, whenever we go to a place where there are rock bands and stuff, we usually request for that song. I don't want to miss a thing by
Seriously?
Aerosmith.
Do I know you from somewhere?
I don't know you, Ren. There's a merchant here. Oh, hello, Mr. Dwarf. Hello.
Hey,
Delishel.
Mother said I got stuck to her like one of them and drained her of life.
Oh no, that's really sad.
Yeah, I guess it's not funny.
You should change your name, Chick. It's not a fond memory. Oh, I think it could be an enslaved elf, not a Dalish elf.
Found all this myself. Treasure.
I don't do they have alienages in
my whole life?
in
Unless I'm
this
away on a
place?
case. Or crashing in the Fade.
I heard the Archon's palace shot at you, which is bad. Now we're chasing this relic, which is also bad.
This is why I never get sleep.
Oh no, Neve! She only eats fried fish. That's what we heard from Lucanus when we were on that shopping trip, and then she also doesn't sleep. I feel bad for her. She definitely needs more nutrients and more rest and relaxation. R&R. Scott Crosby art on YouTube says, also I have no PC apart from my decrepit laptop, so I won't be streaming anytime soon, lol. I have wanted to try VTubing for a while, but I need to save up for the right gear and a PC, lol. I fully support you on that endeavor, and I hope that you will be able to save up for a PC. I don't think you need the right gear. I would say the PC is very important, but you can always start with what you have already in terms of microphone and all of that. I've got the quote-unquote right gear, but I do this out of enjoyment, so we're not really, you know, growing exponentially. We've got children! Hi, babies! I love children. But I fully support you and I wish you the best. And if you've got any questions or if there's any way that we can help, please let us know. I would very much like to hear your voice, definitely. And, you know, in VTubing, your voice usually is, I would say, your selling point. Your voice and your charisma, your personality.
The relic's pulling toward the Temple of Andraste.
Another Temple of Andraste. I remember we used to be the Herald of Andraste in Inquisition. That's a severely underrated song. I don't want to miss a thing. It's Scott says that it's a severely underrated song. Thank you. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I sing that a lot in karaoke.
The demons.
Oh no, this guy got attacked by the demons.
Came out of nowhere, I know. But you're all right, right? Yeah. I'll be fine, but there could be more. And where's it? I don't know.
No, he's missing family and friends. It's because of that demon attack in the beginning of the game.
What happened?
What
It's
happened?
locked down, sir. Keep it under control. Yes, sir.
I love the the getup, their uniform, the guard uniform. There's nothing in here. Is this a mini infirmary?
Locked. We need another way in.
Okay.
Right. On it.
We'll try to find one.
Ooh. Are we breaking into a chantry?
The courtyard's public ground, and we can't lose the trail.
Oh, Belara is so hyped up for this. Andraste, where is Maferath the Betrayer? Remember the rows and rows of statues of Maferath the Betrayer and his migraine in Inquisition in Valrio. Oh, it was just so funny. Got a readable here. Chant read notice. Temple locked down. Matter under control. Take your prayers elsewhere. Rose on YouTube says, yes, please let us know how we can help. And she adds, it would be so cool to see you VTubing. Scott says, damn it, I have none of those things. Rose says, I think mic and PC are essential. Yes, just mic and PC. Decent PC, it doesn't need to have all the newest specs. But I understand that it is quite expensive.
Is this what you do for the Shadow Dragons? When you aren't with us?
I look for things. People, objects, information. People have problems that Templars and Magisters can't help. Or won't. Word got out I might. It's enough to live on. If it doesn't get me killed.
I see. And if you would like to set up a GoFundMe or any of those kinds of like Kickstarters, those kind of I can't remember the term used for them, like fundraisers. There we go. then please let us know, and we would be glad to help out as well as to spread the word about your fundraising project. Everything else is optional, probably, says Rose. Yes. When it comes to VTubing, you can always start with a PNG, or sometimes you can even start without a PNG, just a faceless content creator in the beginning, which we were. We were faceless for a time before we got a PNG, and then eventually, which I think it was Holly Parker last stream who spoiled it. I don't mind. We are about to release our VTuber model, live 2D model. We'll just have to make sneak peeks and all that. But yeah, you can also, I have a friend who has a channel. Her name on YouTube is Kazfish, SKAZZFISH, and she doesn't stream. I'm not sure if she streams or she just uploads videos, gameplay videos with commentary, on YouTube, and it's not a they're a faceless YouTuber at the moment, so you can do stuff like that. And if I'm not mistaken, they play on PlayStation and not on the PC as well. So there are options to streaming even if you don't have a PC. You can stream on your PlayStation. If I'm not mistaken, you can also stream on your Xbox as well. So there's that. There are those options if you wanna get started early, even without the PC or the model just yet. Scott says, "Now I won't be asking anyone for money. I'll just fund myself. I like your model. I prefer it to the 3D ones." Thank you. It's I love it too. I love how reactive it is, and it's simpler, but still reactive. The 3D, the 2D live 2D ones are, you need to have an iPhone for it, and you need to move your body and your head a bit too much. that would probably make me dizzy, but we'll see because we already have it, the 2D model. It's already been rigged. We just have to make sneak peeks for it. Rose on YouTube says, "This is Catfish's YouTube channel in case you are interested." Thank you so much for sharing it. Cool, thanks, says Scott. "Inscription at the Wall of Light for those lost to us throughout our glorious history, whether claimed by victory, tragedy, or the ever onward march of time. A light to remember the dead, may they shine in eternum." Ooh. Oh, you got wisps as well. Offerings for the departed. You got people remembering their dearly departed here. We've petted that baby. We got guards. I'm still trying to understand whether the spirits at the Crossroads are ancient elven or what, because they do wear a similar looking uniform as to those Tevinter guards there. It looks a bit similar, but not one-to-one. But they are mostly elven, so I'm not really sure. Wow, look at that! Tevinter looks majestic. I love it. But I understand that because of the demon attack, because of what Solas did that night, it's a little bit run down. Biting thumb. Who here likes to bite their thumb, their nails? When they're, yay, treasure! When they're a little bit anxious. Rose on YouTube says, "For video editing, DaVinci Resolve is completely free and seems great." Yeah, she has been trying out DaVinci Resolve the past week. She used it on the our most recent Ragnarok Online lore video for that
Bodies in the courtyard.
Stay
intro.
sharp.
The intro. Oh, scary. We've entered the Temple of Andraste. It's huge. The opening scene type of thing that says Eye of Hellion. She made it using DaVinci Resolve, and Rose also told me that that particular very free software actually has more modern visual effects and typographies as compared to Final Cut Pro, which is what she's using. And yeah, I do agree that the effects the effects that come with Final Cut Pro, they're pretty, I don't know, older. They're pretty old. Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says, on an unrelated note, England won their first World Cup match today, so I'm a happy chappy. Congratulations, England! Woohoo! Congratulations! Yay! Rose says, "Hey!" And she adds a title screen because it has nice effects there. Title screen is what it's called. I think I refer to it as an intro screen. Congratulations, England! Isn't it God Save the King is what you say, right? I think. It used to be the Queen, but now it's the King. Unsent letter, Marcus! Mars is not here! Marcus! Where are you? Wherever you may be, this letter is for you. I have been delayed at the chantry. The sisters need time to gather the records we requested. I'm sitting on the steps as I write this. Someone just ran through the courtyard and gave me a weird look. I thought they could carry this letter, but I'll find someone else. I wish the sisters would hurry. I'll be very late. But still wait for me at the lamplighter. I'll be there, Sybil. Lamplighter could be an inn,
Killed.
I guess.
Based on the marks, I'd say demons.
Oh no.
Is this Sybil? Oh no. You weren't able to give the letter to Marcus. Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says, "That's great. I'm really bad with technology in that regard. Hopefully I can learn." I feel like DaVinci Resolve could... Oh no, look at all these chantry brothers and sisters. Wow, this is such a massive slaughter. And who is behind all this? We have to find out and avenge all of them. Tevinter's shame. Tevinter's shame. Like many of you, I have defended slavery. It was just how things were, part of the natural order. Some those with magic, those who ruled, would always be given care of others. But you could have servants, like paid servants, not slaves. To mistreat the enslaved was a mocking of the sacred duty, grounds for the harshest of punishments. Cruel slave owners were the problem, not the institution of slavery. No, but oh well. It's their culture. What can I say? If only... Well, our character, Rook, her backstory is that she freed the slaves, a group of slaves in Tevinter, so... I stand for my Rook. I stand behind my Rook, rather. I was quite simply wrong. I'm glad this guy or this person learned their lesson. There is no defending the practice of owning another person. Yeah, you can pay them. You can pay them if you want someone to do the cooking and the cleaning. Because you're too busy to do it. I am ashamed I ever did, and I will eternally be grateful to those who helped me re-examine my beliefs. I hear you ask, when we tear down the structures that inform our culture, what is left? I challenge you, those of you who profess leadership, who would set yourselves above others, to see past what have been taught and to forge a path of your own. And if you need foundational principles, then I charge you to choose from these: respect, compassion, understanding, love. Oh, wow! It says there in the bottom, Magister Dorian Pavos. Of course it's my brother Dorian. Of course it's him. From a speech given to the Magisterium. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see mention of my brother Dorian. How I missed him. How I missed him. I want to see him. I'm very happy about the speech that he delivered. Congratulations, Magister. Scott says you're supposed to, but I'm not a big royalist guy. Neither am I. But, you know, it sounds fun though. Like to say those kind of stuff, but to actually analyze and understand what it means
Is this the relic's work?
is another thing.
It's not a coincidence.
Demons! We got demons in the courtyard. Blood magic is involved, I'm 100% sure. Yeah, coming from a culture where we didn't really have monarchy, it kind of sounds fun to say, but yeah, if
The relic
once
we're
you
chasing, it's unstable.
analyzed
Where it goes, destruction follows.
the
This isn't the only
implications,
market left on
yeah.
the Veil. I can feel it. Find that, and we may get more.
Okay, that's what we're supposed to do. I guess it's the relic that's behind, that caused all of this suffering. We've got a locked door over here. Oh, she was just asking for food. Rose has stood up and is going to feed our little doggy baby. Rose says, I didn't know about Da Vinci Resolved when we got Final Cut, but it has always been free. They have a paid version, but the free one already comes with a lot. And she adds, can't wait to meet Dorian. Blood spattered note, another complaint. Rumors of someone shifty seen carrying some sort of relic. Ooh, that's it. That's what we're after. People are worried it's unstable, it might draw demons. It could be nothing, but we've got too many people on edge. I'm sending you to the temple. Just check it out so we can say we did. I'll meet you later. Or after, rather. Who is this L? Is this Liliana? It could be someone else. It can be anyone. It could be
Couldn't
anyone.
escape the demons. If there's family or a friend, I can track them down later. Make sure they know.
Thank you, Neve. Lots and lots of gold. Offerings to the mother. Andraste. Just a hunch? Neve can use this? A clue that is out of place? Interesting.
Here goes nothing.
So she uses her magic
Relic.
to uncover clues.
Courtyard. Back way.
What was that?
It's a remnant. An echo from the Fade drawn to magical disruptions. If the relic drew it here, the voice could be a memory of the smuggler. Courtyard's quiet, fewer eyes, so you cut through here, where there's a path to the market. Follow me.
Okay. I will follow you, Neve. Follow you wherever
Enchantment
you
on the entrance.
may go.
I can get it.
No. Not just yet, Neve. Miss Gallus, you'll have to wait your turn. Scott says he's a good ambassador for the country and he keeps us in other nations. Good books with diplomacy, but that's about it. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. Oops. Lots of brutalist architecture here in Tevinter. Okay, Neve, you can. Oh, there we go. Unbind wards.
Sure thing.
So she can open doors for us.
All right, follow me. You know, I took this job. It's on me. And the Venatori cult's no joke. If anyone wants out...
Stopping Venatori is both our jobs.
And I'm good
Yes.
with relics gone wrong.
Aha.
That was your warning.
I'm glad I brought
The
Belaro
threats
with
took
me.
care of it.
They keep trouble away. You've got to give them that.
They fought a demon, but now what do you owe them?
They said it was a favor.
Just pay on time.
The threads. Is it a gang of some sort? They helped take care of the demons, but now these poor civilians owe them. Oh, that's something that Lucanus and Spite can help us with some other time after this quest. Another inaccessible area, or door, rather.
The relic was close. Find another remnant and we might learn more.
This is called the spare coin way. Ooh, we've got horses!
Working odd jobs is hard. One day you're moving crates. The next you're watching over a pack of donkeys.
Why not? I love donkeys.
Up there. Is that another remnant? How do we get up there?
There's always a way to get places.
I agree, Neve. Scott Crosby art on YouTube says these axes are pretty close to mine. Oh, very interesting.
I knew there'd be lots of people, but the city itself, it's really big.
Yeah, makes it easy to slip through the cracks.
I wonder which character is the closest, because we've spoken to Tarquin, to the Viper. Do any of them resemble your accent? Or maybe the civilians? The injured civilians? Earlier? Hello, person. Are you going to tell me
Coin
something?
doesn't go as far as it used to.
Oh, inflation. Hello?
Hey, any news?
Neve
Gallus.
contact.
Are you after the demons?
I'm after a few things. You got anything?
Neve's
Heard
informant.
some people talking. I think one was a Venatori. I didn't get a good look. I took off before they saw me.
Smart move. Stay safe.
So we have to go up there.
For beautiful people.
Hello, merchant. What can I buy? Just decor and all that. I don't really need them.
What is life without art?
Oh, they're an art merchant. I didn't know that. We can't even sell valuables to this particular merchant. We can only buy art and decor. Oh, nice, says Rose, and Scott says the civilian status. I see.
Ah, slow day.
I'm very happy that you feel like you can identify with these civilians. Love the market.
Anyone strange poking around the market?
You mean more than usual? Actually, maybe. The smuggler who supplies Miro, she's acting weird. Took off, though. Couldn't tell you where.
Got it.
Detectives always need their informants.
There's so much on display, and it's just out there where anyone could steal it.
If a stand's not being watched, could be they have a nasty spell to ward you off.
Oh.
Interesting.
Wow.
I guess I'm not used to having anything worth stealing.
Oh, don't say that, Belara.
Hey there.
You've got all your stuff that
My
you're
shop's
tinkering
pretty
with.
new, but I've got armor, clothing. Come, take a look.
Ooh, what do you have, Alice? Appearance stuff, as well as valuable items. I don't think I need them. Sorry.
Tell your friends about me.
I've got no friends to tell you about. Tell about you. I've got my companions, but other than them, I don't have friends.
Coin spare?
Are we going to roleplay as a loner rook? It's just sad.
Almost
I don't want
there.
to be a loner
Remnants
rook.
ahead.
I almost fell to my death into Venture. There you go. You can have a coin.
Thank you.
Demons in the streets tonight. Can you get somewhere safe?
Yeah, I got somewhere. Thanks.
Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says my accent is known as Mackem, slightly more subtle than the rest of my region. I see. I'll have to look that up. Thank you for sharing that. I do love learning about people's cultures and accents. I majored in international arts for that particular, you know, the more anthropological side of things, but sadly, the university I went to specialized in political science when it comes to international affairs. If you major in international affairs, I got distracted. Sorry, it's so pretty. Your specialty or your focus would be on political science. Ooh, we've got a red lyrium blockade or blockage. Blockade, I guess. Over there.
I'm on it.
Blockade. I'll keep that in mind. I'll have to look that up later. Thank you for sharing.
Third bell. Late.
Bells ring when ships go in and out. Could be using them for timing near the docks. I think our smuggler's on a deadline.
So we
the relic's
go...
pull agrees. Let's visit the docks.
Okay, we go to the docks. Is there another way to the docks? Or do we have to climb up again? Here we go. Here's the way to the docks. Oop, what was that? Beep boop, boop boop. It could be the electrical thingy that we bought last year. It sometimes makes that sound.
Someone forgot to bribe the dockmaster.
Oh no!
Still up for a walk? This isn't the only way to the docks.
Oh no! Okay, why not? I'll follow you, Neve. Rose on YouTube says it is interesting how people in England have so many different accents.
Well, that's a good show.
All right, then we'll meet there.
I agree. I think that is very interesting.
All right, through here.
Of course, it's nowhere as big as the US or Australia, but it's still got so many accents. In my origin country, we've got different languages. That's I would say in some ways that's even worse. Because, you know, that's probably why it was so hard to unify this area, because we've got a lot of, you know, different languages. I think having different accents is a plus. It shows a lot of differences in subcultures, history, and all of that. How these different accents were formed is something that I'm interested in studying as well. But having different languages in a single country is a bit too much. That's why I said it's kind of bad. Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says, yeah, you can travel 30 minutes down the road and the accent is different. That is very interesting indeed. Frost binding. This was frozen. Who froze that? Thank you, Neve. It's fascinating, to say the least.
I'm guessing you know all the shortcuts in Docktown.
Ooh,
all its secrets.
No. If someone thinks they know all Docktown secrets, they're either kidding themselves or scamming you.
I agree. A place like this will have so many secrets. I'm just choosing violence today. I'm showing all my rage against certain family members. But yeah, as I was saying, in my origin country, it's more like you drive 2 hours and the language is different. I would say maybe 4 hours, not 2 hours. The language is entirely different. Maybe 2 hours if you take the expressway. If you take the expressway, drive 2 hours, the language is entirely different, but they can still, most people can still understand the common language, like the national language and stuff. And a lot of people understand basic English, although some of them refuse to, you know, they think it's a little bit of a nuisance. A little bit of a challenge if you talk to them in English. That's why I find it so hard to connect with people, because I don't know. I cannot speak the the national language of my origin country.
We're back asking questions. Wanted to know what
Who?
relics I'd seen on the black market.
Oh.
You think it's for blood magic?
I'm
I've
sure.
heard some rumors.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, not for sure. I got a bad feeling.
We'll have to stop whoever is behind all this. Who's been transporting this relic and causing mayhem all over. Let's climb up this ladder.
Come on. This path will swing back to the docks.
Rose says, wow, it is fascinating. I would very much love to visit England, especially the countryside, the stuff that we see in Poirot and Marple. Beautiful houses and fields. I love the fields. Fields of flowers and shrubbery and all of that. Trees. Different types of trees. Ooh, what is this? No valid companions. Oh no. This is why we have to, you know, meet more companions. I hope we can meet more companions soon. Is there no way to climb back up? This is terrible. Oh well. Let's continue. We'll probably be able to come back here in the future, like we did in Treviso, right? We were very much limited to what we could access back when we were doing the main quest in Treviso, but now we can basically go almost anywhere. Scott Crosby R on YouTube says, we still have the ancient languages in Scotland and Wales that are being preserved. I'm very happy to hear that. I remember watching Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and there were characters there that spoke, if I'm not mistaken, ancient languages, and you know, like the game wouldn't even translate it for you. It didn't have subtitles, English subtitles, so I had to watch videos from Access the Animus, which is my favorite YouTube channel for anything Assassin's Creed. And they contacted people from these cultures and asked them to help translate the dialogues of these characters, and it was fascinating. Scott says, yeah, it's nice where I am now despite the humidity from hell no! I hope you've got a fan to keep you cool. And lots of hydration. Last letter, be careful when you're out at night. Everything's just, there's so much happening. I love you. I love you. That is a very nice Japanese song. But I very much prefer the English version by the Japanese American singer called Benny, Beni. I love you. I don't want to hear
all your jobs like
a
this,
sad song
Dangerous and
tonight.
cutting it close. I don't know. Maybe 3 out of 5?
But also important and kind of exciting.
I could use less excitement.
Neve has the particular personality where she's just so tired of everything. And Belara is just so full of wonder. I like seeing them interact with each other. So we've got a ladder that leads down. And we also have another area. Vacant path. I think we are moving further away from the docks. I'm so happy that we can call on our companions and their skills. Even when they are not with us, they are in the back in the fade. Ooh! Both Neve and Balara can use this.
Sure thing.
There. What do we do? What do we do? Oh, we opened that gate thing. Rose on YouTube says, nice, yeah, it's bored to preserve it, and it's nice that some people still speak them. And she adds, I hope you managed to stay cool, humidity, cry, but the bun cry emote. Scott says, I'll manage, it's very hit and miss, so it's not like this every day. I'm happy to hear that. I don't know what I would do if I were in a place that's like humid every day. But the only thing I can do is stay inside. Stay indoors where there's air conditioning. Protection racket, the threads. We've encountered that organization name before. We've heard about them. Are the only racket in town. When word spreads, the coin will come to me. Demons take one look at me and run. Really? Really? A tidy arrangement. And who's going to argue with me then? Not sure why the demon wants a cut. No gold in the fate is there, but it insists. Whatever, I'm in control. You fool. You're never in control of demons.
Was this protection racket run by a demon?
Every third person runs a scam here. Guess the demon wanted in.
Demons in Minrathous are different.
So is the demon really not, you know, planning to possess him and just really wants the money, I guess? Balara said that they are different from demons in different places in most of Thedas, so why not? Let's leave it at that. It's so silly though. Getting a demon, opening your door to a demon who says, pay up, pay up. You're 2 weeks overdue. Or I'm gonna possess you. Possess the living hell out of you. Scribbled note, there are more of those than them. Bring the light. Who is the light? Where is the light?
Buy the supplies. I barely got away. And not without bruises. We need to take the night off. Streets ain't safe tonight.
Oh, we've got the threads here.
Dunno.
We've got the threads here. The illegal organization. Oh, okay. This is where we came from. Someone is praying under the tree. Begone humidity, says Rose. I manifest that Scott Crosby shall never experience humidity, intense humidity in his life ever again. Scott says, I think I better go to bed now, guys. Pleasure talking to you both again. Can't wait for the next stream with those cute hand-waving emotes. Thank you so much, Scott, for keeping us company all throughout the stream today as well. And we hope you get a good night's sleep and you'll be able to recover all energy needed to face another day tomorrow. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week as well. I'll see you. Our next stream will be Friday night, as usual, for Oblivion. Oblivion Remastered. So I'll see you then. Until Friday, Scott, or Saturday morning your time. Saturday morning my time too, I think. I'll see ya. Good night. Rose on YouTube says, alright, Scott, thank you for watching. It was so fun chatting. Hope you sleep well and take care. We learned a lot from Scott today.
Venatori? You're serious?
Cult's getting bold again.
Venatori cult. I am always happy to learn new things about different cultures, different accents.
What can I get for you?
And
grub?
about
Some
Foo
grub?
Fighters. Pop culture trivias.
Home sweet home. Enjoying the tour?
I am enjoying the tour indeed, Neve, but tell me how we can go down there. Because I have a fear of heights.
How about a sandwich? Soaks up the local ale.
Thanks. I want a sandwich. Nug meat. A memento ornate bottle of lotion popular among the Minrathous elite. Ooh, a lotion. Said to create a tingling sensation felt from the Imperial Highway up to the Archon's Palace. This is so suggestive. Oh my, let's buy it. I want it. I want it. I want to try this lotion. No. Oh my.
Nothing else?
But buying mementos, we should actually buy all the mementos that we can find in every merchant's inventory. Because it powers up our caretaker. Our handy little spirit guide in the Fade. Particularly in the lighthouse and the Crossroads. Is this a way down? Wow.
We're getting closer.
What a cool entrance there, Rook. It's sad that we keep getting all these common items. Errand request. Usual orders to Selwyn, the Dockmaster, and Damas. Leave the charm shipment tonight. I'll still pay full. People are asking weird questions and there's demons loose. Just get home. Demons loose around Tiventer. Around Minrathous, rather. Oh, we could have used this elevator, but sadly it's not in working condition at the moment. Oh, you got a ladder over there. We've got another door, but it's barricaded. And another ladder over here. With a chest right above us, if I'm not mistaken. Where's that chest? Oops. I guess not. Okay, so we just went around, but I would love to see what's above that ladder that we saw earlier. That could lead us to the chest. It might. We'll see. Huh. Wow. Another unexplored location. Now it's telling me that it's here. It's right under us, but sadly it's currently inaccessible. We've got things over there, which I feel like we will be visiting later anyway, so we'll just go back down. We died. I can't believe it. We died. We should always use the ladders, I guess. Fall damage is not a joke in this game. How about from here? Okay, that one we survived. So we got a hunch over there. But I feel like we should go and explore this location a little bit more before... Ooh, can we jump on the ship? Yeah, we can. Now I feel like I'm an ESO. There are a lot of ports in ESO. The Oridon port. We've got ports in Daggerfall as well, and in Skyrim, I think. And there are boats, or ships rather, that you can jump on. You can't really board them unless they're part of a quest. I do miss playing ESO. There, by the way, if you bunnrings, if any of my dearest bunnrings are interested in going to a Pride event in the Elder Scrolls Online, which is an MMO in the Elder Scrolls series, they are having a Pride March in Oridon in the North American servers, if I'm not mistaken. I'm glad we didn't harm that kitten, that cat, that little baby. On the 27th, if I'm not mistaken, at 8 p.m. We'll try to be there. It's a little bit early for us, I think. Or is it 6 p.m.? I think it could be 6 p.m., 5 p.m. I think 5 p.m. Pacific time is when they're having the Oridon Pride event in the North American ESO server. So, if you would like to participate, there's that. It's a Pride March. Pride March, yeah. There are also other Pride events like trivias and quizzes and trials and competitions and all of that. And I think there is a server for it. Yeah, I've joined the Discord server for it. I can post about it on social media again. I think I've posted about it once. And there are games and quizzes and other competitions that are currently running to celebrate Pride Month in the Elder Scrolls Online. Rose on YouTube says this looks like Elsewhere or Hammerfell. Yeah, Elsewhere is giving Elsewhere.
Meeting.
Okay.
Right.
Where are you meeting this buyer?
The trail's starting to fray.
Whoops.
Wrong turn. Nice. Shouldn't it belong to the Venatori?
No.
Not a chance.
Why did it kind of sound like my brother Dorian?
Oh.
Yay!
Looks like we have company.
Woohoo! Neve's spawn increased. Finally.
Is everyone all right? Neve, you're back in the city.
Is your friend?
Templarana Savas. Don't say you missed me.
Ooh, she's a Templar.
I wasn't going to.
Really? Because I heard there's a relic loose. With red lyrium?
How do you... Never mind. You can't say. You never can.
Rook, meet my friend Rana. At least I think we're friends.
Are you not?
Yes. And Rook, if you're with Neve, I take it I can trust you?
We can ask her questions, I guess. Ooh, as a shadow dragon. Okay, I care for Minrathas, do you? Should I say that? Okay. Yeah. We should.
You can trust I look after Minrathas. And you? Are you in someone's pocket or...
That's a little bit...
She's not like that.
A bit too intense.
On the relic,
you're on the case?
It's my job to stop illegal magic.
Yes,
you're working this alone?
Not if you help. There's a rumor the relic trades hands tonight, and Albin Bataris is the buyer.
Okay.
A Magister's son. Interesting. I should get moving.
Neve.
You two have history.
I get the feeling you two have stories.
And they all start like this.
With me annoying you? Harsh, but fair. Look, you're busy. We just got attacked, which means you won't leave until you're sure no one else is lurking around.
And you won't wait.
What can I say? Work to do.
Where are you going?
For a walk to the spillway.
I'll catch up when I'm done.
If you say so.
These two. Let me
Our
see.
trail is frayed, but the spillway's our best bet. Let's go.
Okay. Here I am. Rose on YouTube says, haha, as if she would admit it. Yeah. Of course she won't.
I'll make sure there's no one else here.
But I feel like I can trust her.
I'll catch up when I can.
My instinct is rarely... My instincts are rarely wrong. That's what I meant to say.
I'll catch up when I can.
Okay, Rana. Savas. Her last name reminds me of the the protein shake we used to drink in Japan. Savas protein. Hello, kitten. Little cat. The spillway is that way. Is there nothing else here? I forgot. We've been here earlier, but I forgot. It looks as if we can go through there, but not at the moment. Because I've tried breaking through the wooden planks already, but nope. Maybe later in the quest it could also be a different time in the plot. You might be able to go back there. Let's go to the spillway, whatever that is. What is a spillway? Oh, it could be that area earlier with the red delirium blockade. Did I say blockage earlier? Blockage. Like there's a blockage
Rana's
in
not
your
a shadow dragon. So you work with Templars too?
Rana's
archery
clean
or
and her
something. That's
information's
really
good.
sad.
The rest? Only when I have to.
And the spillway?
Rana mentioned Albin Bataris, and she doesn't share rumors unless they're likely. Albin's father oversaw some construction there. If he's visiting this part of town, that narrows the search.
Okay, the spillway. We go to the spillway then. Is it this one? Destroy the protective Venatori
They don't want
focusing
people
crystal.
getting near the deal. Find the unshielded crystals and we're through.
I missed. That is shielded. That one over there is unshielded.
That's one down.
There is another one down there. Boop, boop.
Must
There
be
we
one
go.
left. That's it. We can cut through the barrier now. We need to keep moving.
All right.
Voices. There's someone up ahead.
There is.
Albin Bataris, your relic.
Gods rise and power with them. For the glory of Tevinter reborn.
Oh no, we've got a
Albin's our
cultist here.
buyer. And a Venatori.
Yes.
Sounds like the cult is working for the gods.
What did we even expect? Why would you expect otherwise? Clearly.
You're supposed to wait.
Just a taste of that power.
Just a taste. Just a little bit of taste. That's what I say when I when I'm extremely starving. Oh! Explosion.
He's using it now? Move! We need to get closer. We can't let him bolt.
Oh!
Venatori don't need that relic.
You're here to stop me. You can't stop Venatori. This power won't what?
Impress a risen god. Can you even control it?
Shut up!
There we go. I feel like we missed. Let me check. Our last save was this autosave. I'm gonna reload it because I feel like I missed a little bit, a tiny area. Rose on YouTube says, "Do you still have zero bond with Neve after all of this?" No. Oh, okay. I got no other choice.
The Venatori's power is on the rise, and this part's mine.
Neve Gallus will stop you!
We might be able to go back here later to collect what...
Nice shot.
Thank you, to collect that tiny bit of loot that we probably missed.
Get clear.
Oops.
Relic! Got more demons! Oh, good! This wasn't fun enough.
Let's see if we've got combos. No, we cannot. He's vulnerable to ice, but resistant to fire. Oh, we've got combos. We've always got combos.
Run!
You won't be releasing any more demons.
And you're the smuggler. I know you. You're part of the Thread Crime Syndicate. Smuggling, sure. But red lyrium. Working with Venatori. It's not your style.
I love her earrings.
Here they are. My son is
Ooh,
no cultist. He was completely misled. I appreciate your help, Knight Commander.
No.
Let's go.
Don't try to save your son. He has to face justice.
The Venatori rise.
Wow, he's so queenie.
You know he's guilty. How much did it cost the Magister?
Right.
Watch it, Gallus, or you'll be charged.
With what? I tie something up and you undo it. Isn't this familiar?
Save the sob story. We got the smuggler. Or do you want Bataris to release her, too?
Well, he's just going to whisper that, says Rose.
I'll find a way to
He's a bit too
fix this.
queenie. I appreciate queenie people, but if they're on the right side of history.
Dang it.
I always appreciate the queenie demeanor, but only if they're not used against us. If they're not using it against me. People were in real danger. This is why we're here. We stopped the demons, not the tour I expected. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This is why we're here. Shadow dragons.
People like Bataris. It's why the city needs us.
Right.
Yeah.
At least we stopped the literal demons.
Aha.
We did. And we got the relic and the smuggler. The shadows will watch the cult. If that leads to the gods, they'll send word. Count your wins, Rook. We both know they don't come easy.
I'm glad she oh, Tevinter Knights uncovered the darkness HD blah blah blah. Steam achievements.
It wasn't a perfect ending, but Docktown was safe.
Yay,
From
Barrack.
tonight's demons, anyway. Neve's past was coming back to haunt her. She just didn't know it yet.
Who's this guy? Is that Alvin? Is his name or something? Bataris. That guy. Following a shadow dragon lead in a tip from her Templar contact Rana. Ooh, yay! Bond increased. Neve stopped Venatori Albin, not Alvin. Albin Bataris from claiming a dangerous relic, but the involvement of the Thread Crime Syndicate took Neve by surprise. Working with a cult's not their style. What's worse, Bataris' rich father bribed his son out of trouble. Neve wasn't happy, but it's her life in Minrathous. She takes the wins she can get. We've got an uncommon trinket here. A notebook containing breakdowns of complex theories and exhaustive notes from Neve. I would suppose. Extremely detailed notes are scrawled in the margins, helping flesh out leads. Continue.
I should see what Neve has to say.
Okay. Check in with Neve. We finally bonded with her. I am happy. Did no one else hear that? Says Rose. I know. People aren't very perceptive. And ooh, we've got our first missive, an update on Gus, the Nug, that we rescued last stream in the Arlington Forest. It reads, Dear Rook, thank you again for figuring out what happened to Taynor and Oros. Gus is adjusting to life without them, I think. Eating well, and me and the other Veil Jumpers play with him when we can. He still screams if I try to remove Oros' old backpack from his hutch. You ever heard a Nug scream? It's bone chilling. Things have been terrible lately, but having Gus around helps me get through it. He really does put a smile on everyone's face. Thank you again for bringing him home. Regards, Sloane. How sweet. How sweet. I'm happy that someone is taking care of Gus. Let's go speak with Neve and we will end the stream here. Can we level up our caretaker? No, not yet. Abundance indeed. I don't even know when the right time to upgrade our weapons are. Our equipment. Sorry, when the right time to upgrade our weapons is, rather. Cause, you know, I feel like we always come across weapons, loot, equipment, gears from corpses. I love how she decorated the place. All the wisps still surround her.
The Shadow Dragons have a hideout in Docktown. We should check in, see if there's news on the Venatori.
Already?
They work fast, and with that relic case off their hands, they'll work even faster. Meet you in Docktown.
Okay, we've just received a quest from Neve. Let's go ahead and check our quest before we end today's stream. We've got our next main story quest is the story so far when the team acts to stop the Dread Wolf, ancient evils are unleashed upon the world. Okay, I've read that. This one. Neve suggested that Rook seek out the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous' Docktown. The Venatori cult is causing trouble in the city, and the ancient elven gods might be behind their recent activity. We've got a companion quest with Lucanus, but I feel like I should do that some other time. I want to be able to recruit more companions. We've got... I feel like we retrieved an essence earlier when we fought that really hard boss. So I'm pretty sure there is another area of the crossroads that we can unlock. Here we go. The corrupted essence to unlock Beacon Island. So there's another island at the crossroads that we can unlock next stream. So I would say that for me, because this is from level 35 to 45, that's so high leveled. I don't want to do that just yet. I feel like we should focus on the main quest first and get to know more companions, recruit them, and that will be our agenda, our goal for next week's stream. We'll see if we can do a Monday night stream next week, aside from our usual Wednesday night stream. And yeah, if we manage to do that, whenever we can stream, whether it's Monday night or Wednesday night, we shall continue with the main quest with Neve back in Docktown. Okay, so this is where I shall leave you for today. But before I leave you, oh, also, I might redo the boss fight. Not the boss fight. The fight with Albin Bataris, because I just wanted to see if there's like some loot, but I don't think it's worth making a chill play extra short for it. Just to tackle that particular thing, because we probably just like missed one tiny chest or something. But I'll redo that part of the quest after the stream. But I shall leave you guys with today's Japanese word. Let's try to find it. I need to find it. I can't even remember what the word is. What the word is gonna be, because what I do is that after every stream rather, I try to replace the Japanese word of the day, so that I don't have to think of what to introduce, what word to introduce the following stream. Okay, I guess our Japanese word for the day is buji. Buji. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Japanese store called Muji. Not the YouTuber called Mujin, okay? Muji. It's a store where you can buy affordable furniture, home decor, kitchen supplies, all of those kinds of stuff. Stationery. And then Muji means none, no, there's nothing. And then G means label. So Muji literally means label-less, because they're... Oh, I forgot to put on a BGM. There we go. Muji literally means label-less, unlabeled brand. It's like the Korean brand No Brand, right? So Muji is also a label-less brand because their products don't really have big labels on them. So not to be confused with today's Japanese word of the day, which is buji. Buji, if you write it in kanji, Chinese characters, the bu is the same as the mu in Muji. So in this case, the only difference between when you write Muji and Buji is the G. The character for G is different in Buji when compared to Muji. So in this case, the bu still means the same thing, which is non, no, there's nothing. The absence of. And then G in this case, the kanji character for it means, what do you call that? Event. I think is the closest thing to the English for it. The closest thing in the English language is G, event. So that means that the word buji means eventless. So in other words, it means safe. Okay, safe. Sorry for the long roundabout explanation. But it means safe. Okay, so you use the word buji to say I'm safe, I have arrived safely. For example, maybe you went out with friends and then one of your friends is checking on you right now, maybe on the phone or SMS, and then you can say that buji de kaeremashita. Buji de kaeremashita, which means I have arrived home safely. So yeah, it's a simple word that means safe. So for example, if you're traveling, it's your first time in Japan, and your parents or your friends or your partner is checking in on you, and you can say that I'm buji. Buji de todoita. Buji de todoita. I have arrived safely. So that's just what it means. It means safe. Buji. It literally translates to no event. So basically, it's not an eventful situation. It's an eventless situation, which simply means you're safe. Buji means safe. I'm safe. I got home safely. I hope you get to practice using that word this week. And I'll see you again next time for more chill play streams, game playthroughs, as well as Japanese words. Sorry for the confusing explanation this time, but I hope you still understood what it means. It means safe. I'm safe. Buji. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today. Until next time, take care, good night, and goodbye. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. See you this weekend.